So, you want to be the very best that no one ever was, do you? Well, with this quick guide on the Sujimancer job and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I'm going to do my best to help you with that. But to start, you're going to need to actually unlock the Sujimancer job, which can be done by defeating the first of the 4 kings after you've unlocked the Sujimon minigame in Chapter 4 as part of the main story. Assuming you're around at least level 20 at that point, you can actually complete the minigame story in its entirety if you wanted to, but your primary goal for the Sujimancer job should be to at least defeat the 4 kings, as this will allow you to level your Sujimon to their max level of 50. A small tip: if you do decide to finish the minigame as soon as it becomes available, make sure that you have the Nancy and Olivia Poundmate summon available from doing Nancy's substory. This is because after you defeat the champion, you will be thrown into a fight against 3 level 31 opponents, which will be above your level if you're doing this as soon as it becomes available. But one summon of Nancy and Olivia will immediately finish the fight. Before that though, you're going to need to work your way up the ranks, and the process is pretty simple. Open up your menu and go to the Sujimon League section, go down to Raids and Rivals, and then tab over to the Sujimon Trainer Info section. This will tell you where all the trainers are located. You can even have the game pin a specific trainer's location for you by selecting it from the menu. From here, simply go around fighting trainers of the highest rank that you can until both your rank and the levels of your Sujimon are capped at whatever you can for your current rank. Once that's done, follow the substory icon for the Sujimon substory to go find the King's Gym, go there, and defeat him. After that, just repeat the process until you've at least beaten the 4 kings, and you'll be able to hit the max rank and level your Sujimon to level 50. As for which Sujimon to use to accomplish this, well, that's a bit tricky. Mainly because there is so much variance on which Sujimon any given person can have access to. There are 144 in total after all, so it's hard to recommend specific ones. Instead, here are a few tips for what to look for. First and foremost, speed. Your Sujimon's speed is the most important stat for battles. The higher your team's combined speed, the better, and with high enough speed, you'll be able to act twice, sometimes even 3 times before your opponent. Next is rarity. Higher rarity Sujimon have better stats, simple as that. Finally, Sujimon type absolutely matters. Because of this, you're going to want to try and use a combination of the fastest and highest rank Sujimon you have, while also maintaining type coverage. Now, if you have the DLC, I can recommend a setup for you, as the DLC Sujimon are not RNG, and that team would be what you see here. This team has full type coverage, and each Sujimon is very fast. The final slot is left open as a flex slot, so feel free to fill it with whoever you want. For non-DLC users, you would basically follow the same setup, slotting in the fastest and highest rarity Sujimon you have for each type slot, and you can then use that last slot to shore up any weaknesses you may have against any of the kings if you have trouble with them. Also, if you get lucky with your gacha summons and pull a Kiwami color Sujimon, absolutely use those, as they are the best in the game. Alright, so now that we've covered all of that, let's actually talk about the Sujimancer job. Once you change Ichiban's job to a Sujimancer and open up your equipment page, you'll see that 5 new slots have been added at the bottom. These slots are for each Sujimon element type, so one for Blaze, Frost, Nature, Light, and Shadow. Selecting one will bring up a list of all Sujimon you own for that type, and you can then select one of those to equip in that slot. When you then use a Sujimancer skill in battle, the corresponding Sujimon you have equipped for that skill's element will be summoned to do the attack, and the potency of the attack will be determined by Ichiban's stats and the Sujimon stats. You can see the Sujimon's stats value at a glance above your character's stats on the right. As for which Sujimon to equip in each slot, well, that's incredibly simple. You want to choose the Sujimon with the highest rarity and level for each element, as rarity and level are the only 2 factors for determining a Sujimon's stats for the Sujimancer job. Their other stats such as HP, attack, and speed, their skills, and even their star rating don't matter. I should also point out that the DLC Sujimon cannot be used for the Sujimancer job, so if you did use them for the minigame, you are going to need to level up new ones for the Sujimancer job. Though that really shouldn't be an issue, since you should have an abundance of Sujimunch items to level them up with. The last thing I'll touch on is how to get the best Sujimon for the Sujimancer job. For most of the game, that is unfortunately going to be by just getting lucky from gacha pulls. However, once you are high enough level to fight level 60 enemies, you can look for raids with a crown next to them. These are legendary raids against the Kiwami color Sujimon, and after defeating them, you can then attempt to recruit them into your collection. Before that, you can do other raids to try and get higher rarity Sujimon. You can also fuse all of your duplicates you'll no doubt have gotten from using your gacha tickets to evolve Sujimon into their higher rarity versions. In my case, from spending the tickets I got while completing the minigame story, and the first time reward tickets from the Coliseum challenges, I was able to get 1 platinum, 2 gold, and 2 silver rarity Sujimon. But that will do it for this quick guide on the Sujimancer job in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Due to the nature of this being a quick guide and not an in-depth one, if you have any questions about the nuances of the Sujimon minigame, or the Sujimancer job, or just any questions about Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. Alternatively, you can also hit me up over on Twitch at twitch.tv/RosalindGaming, or my Discord server, both of which you can find linked in the video description below. And if you found this video helpful and informative, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, take care.